something I really like to do on the weekend is treat myself to something sweet on one of the 2 mornings of my weekends. And so today on Jay's World Kitchen, I'm going to share with you my recipe for pancakes, or in South Africa, flapjacks. This is such a simple but versatile recipe, and you can add in chocolate chips or blueberries or whatever really gets your fancy. But these are simple, quick and easy and absolutely delicious. To put together this classic treat is really straightforward. We're going to take a medium-sized bowl, and into that I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I just like to whisk that all together just to make sure that it's well incorporated. Really, this recipe is so simple. Now you're going to add in 2 large eggs which we've beaten together, and then 2 cups of whole milk. Now we're just going to sort of start mixing that together with a whisk, and you can of course do this with a hand mixer if you really want to. You can even do this in a stand mixer. You just want to get that all sort of together. And now we're going to add in 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. Just like that, and then give it a good mix to make sure it's well incorporated. Now you don't have to beat this very long at all. It does not have to be perfect. You just want it all incorporated together. Like that. And now we're going to take that over to our stovetop. Now I'm using a non-stick pan and a little bit of oil spray, and I'm just using a vegetable oil here. You don't need a ton, but you do want to make sure there is some oil on the bottom of your pan and that it is quite a decent temperature. You don't want it to be too hot because you don't want these to burn, and you do want them to cook right the way through. Now I'm doing relatively small ones here so I can get a larger yield, but you want to use about 1/4 of a cup of batter and just put that down right in the middle of your pan like that. You want to use a spatula if necessary. Now of course you can do these in a larger pan and do many at a time. I'm just going to do one at a time here for you. And what you're going to notice is that just along the edges right here, it's going to start getting slightly dry, and that's when you know it's time to check and turn them over. And I'm just using a spatula. And nice and lightly golden like that. And of course you can be going slightly darker than that if you prefer, but I do like mine just sort of on the golden brown side. And after a few moments, we're going to just flip that back over and see how the other side is doing. Now this side is always going to look slightly different, but that's okay. So we're going to just pop it back over just until it's a little darker, and then we're going to put it onto a plate. And repeat until you've used up all your batter. Now you can, if you'd like, add in something like blueberries, which are very popular in these, and you could add in probably about 1 cup into your full mixture to get blueberry pancakes. And of course you can also add in about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips to get a very delicious chocolatey treat. Now, of course, there are so many different ways that you can enjoy these, but I really like them stacked with layers of butter, and I use golden syrup because it's a nice sweet sugar syrup that's quite thick, and just really just slowly goes down that pile of really nice smelling and very light and fluffy looking pancakes. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a taste here. What I like about this recipe is that while obviously the syrup and the butter are quite bold and quite prominent, there's a slight hint of that sweetness and that milkiness from there, and you can actually taste the butter inside the pancake as well. It's slightly on the chewy side, but it's absolutely delicious. You've got to try this. And if you have a favorite topping, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below how you enjoy your pancakes. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to turn on notifications so that you know when my next video drops. Remember as well to check out the community tab on this channel for weekly updates as well as some recipe ideas throughout the week. Remember too that you can follow me on all of my social media, and all of those links are down below in the comment section as well. I'd also like to take a moment to give a shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon. Without their financial support, this channel would not be possible. If you'd like to find out more about Patreon, please click on the Patreon link down below in the comment section as well. If you would like to check out some more of my treats and snack ideas, you can click on this playlist right here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy eating.